Blinded by the.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sincere B with my Monday Night Raw recap. Got my notes right here, so let's go and get right into it. First of all, Raw was not good to me this week at all. Matter of fact, it was rather boring, and I actually found myself fast forwarding through some of the matches just to get to the end and see who won, so I can do the review. So, especially coming off of a crazy 2 weeks before when it was just insane things happening, this Raw actually kind of hit the brakes and slowed everything down. But hey, it is still entertaining. I still watched it, and hopefully it's going to just pick back up. So it's going to get right into it. As Raw started, Daniel Bryan came out there with Brie. They finally kind of showed them two together and kind of acknowledged their relationship now that they're married. They came out with the belts, of course, and then Stephanie followed behind them, saying that she wants to congratulate them on their marriage. Even though their wedding was kind of, they were into that nature stuff. So she's really not really into that kind of stuff. But hey, it was a nice wedding, and us, the WWE, want to give you a gift, and the gift is that we're going to allow you to defend your belt or your championship against Kane at Extreme Rules. It's not really a good gift. But anyway, as she continued talking, Kane music came on, and then she just started screaming, "No, Kane, no, Kane, don't do it, don't do it." And everybody waiting for Kane to comes out the front down the entrance, but he never comes out, and he ends up popping up behind Daniel Bryan, and he ends up beating Daniel Bryan like he didn't know him. He beat him like he stole something. He beat Daniel Bryan for a good 15 minutes. He tombstoned Daniel Bryan like 3 times. One time on the damn steps, on the metal steps. Woo! It was pretty bad. Got him on the stretcher, took him out on the stretcher, and the whole time while Kane was beating him, Stephanie pretended to be like concerned and like kept yelling, Kane, stop, you bastard. But of course, we all know that she had something to do with that because there was no security call to get Kane off of him. So he's got beat pretty bad. So we'll see how he ends up returning, and hope he's okay because it was pretty nasty. The first match was Bad News Barrett versus Sheamus. Bad News Barrett did win, caught Sheamus with the bullhammer elbow to the face. This was a really good match. It was a good match to start off with. I really enjoyed it. You got two big guys. You got two guys that are true brawlers. They both love to fight. They was all over the ring. A lot of good action. So that was a really, really good match to start the Raw off with. The next thing with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family comes out there. Of course, Bray doing this talking thing. Bray's a talker, man. The boys are smooth. The Wyatt family is smooth. The music, the intro music is cool, and Bray did his thing and started singing the whole world. He got the whole world in his hands, and that's pretty much that. The second match was Los Matadores versus El Torito versus 3MB and Hornswoggle. So that was an okay match. Los Matadores and El Torito did win, and I'm liking this feud though they have against Hornswoggle versus El Torito. That's a great feud they have there, and it's nice to see Hornswoggle kind of in his wrestling mode, shirt off, tattoos up, got his hair down, looking a little bit serious. And El Torito, that's just an all around good athlete. The boy can move, he can flip, really agile guy, man. So it's a really good beef. And I kind of miss back in the day. You remember they used to have a lot of, and I'm not sure how you should actually say. I'm saying both, little people or / midgets wrestling matches back in the day, and it was really fun, and entertaining. So I kind of like this feud here because it's a good feud, and it's fun. And I hope they do more like this and get more little people or midgets in there to do the fights. Because like I said, look at El Torito. He's a really good athlete, man, and that boy's really good. So I like this feud. I hope it continue going for a little bit. The next thing was they went to the back and the limousine pulled up, and you know who's in the limousine now. That's right, Evolution. They all get out. They all G'd up in their suits, looking all sharp. And they head to the ring, of course. They get to the ring, and they talking little things. Then the Shield comes out. The Shield comes out and get into the ring, but the Evolution backs out of the ring. So Ambrose starts off the conversation first, and I just love Ambrose because he's so intense. He's so crazy. He's just ready to explode at all time. He said little things he said, which he was saying was pretty sweet. and they kind of messed up because they went from him to Seth Rollins. So from Ambrose, who's just so hype, so insane, so crazy, and give it to Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins got this high pitched voice. It just threw everything off. I wish that they went um, from from Ambrose to Reigns first, and then maybe gave it to Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins said maybe 2 words and ended. It would have been a whole lot better. But it was still cool. The conversation between those, Evolution, the Shield, that's gonna be a good feud. I still think it would have been even more better if they'd have thrown the Wyatts in there, which I know it's far fetched, but throwing the Wyatts into that feud and see which one of those 3 groups could be kind of like the power group, or who's gonna run WWE. But it's okay. The Shield versus Evolution is still gonna be really good. It should be a pretty good match that's coming up. So. The next thing happened was the third match was Uso versus Gold Dust and Cody Rhodes, and of course Ryback and Curtis Axel was on the side watching the match. The Usos did win. I like the Usos, man. People be hating on the Usos. Usos are good. They're a good tag team. They got good moves. I mean, look how they end up pinning them. I didn't even see the tag. I had to go back and rewind it and see the tag. Them guys are really good. The sad part about this though is that it looked like they may be breaking up Cody Rhodes and Goldust, which I really didn't want that to happen. But they both can be good by themselves. Hopefully, Goldust is always gonna be good by himself solo too. But I really like the brothers being together. I like the fight against the other brothers against the Usos. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it looks like they're gonna be breaking them up, and that's gonna kind of suck. But anyway, the Usos won. After the match, Curtis Axel and Ryback did jump the Usos and kind of beat the Usos down pretty much, and that was that. So the fourth match was Layla versus Emma. They both were accompanied by their men, Fandango and Santino. Emma ended up winning, and I like Layla. That girl thick. Yeah, she's nice. Real nice. But anyway, Emma ended up winning because now she has her own Cobra now. She put out a pink Cobra, hit Layla with it, and got her out. And then after that, her Cobra and then Santino's green Cobra kind of got their sex on. They kind of got their little rap on. They were like, humping each other. Like what is going on here? So that happened. And, I don't know what to say about this, man, but I'm kind of tired of that fight. Emma, the Fandango, I'm kind of tired of that. But I guess it is what it is, right? Next thing in the back, Renee Young called John Cena, asked John Cena how he feels about having to wait to find out which one of the Wyatt brothers or family that he's going to have to fight. John Cena said it doesn't really matter, but he feel like Wade Bride do have the whole world in his hand, and it could be possibly the WWE Universe going to pick all 3, so 3 against 1. So he kind of felt like that. The fifth match was Cesaro versus RVD. That was a pretty okay match. Cesaro had RVD about to put him in Cesaro swing. Of course, Swagger came out there with Zip Cutler, jumped Cesaro. Ended up getting the DQ. Of course, Big E was in the back. This all has to do with Big E's belt. But I still think they playing Big E, man. I just hate how they treat Big E with this belt, man. That's a whole other subject, and I feel that WWE need to change certain things. And I don't even get into that right now, but you just do the damn math. You can see what I'm saying. So anyway, let's move on. So Swagger ended up jumping Cesaro. Cesaro ended up putting Swagger into the Cesaro swing and spin it around. And I kind of see this feud getting even better if they do it right with the Paul Heyman, Cesaro, and the Swagger and the Zeb Collar. They can really make this work really good because I kind of want to see the feud against Zeb Collar and Paul Heyman to happen. So, it's kind of odd that Paul Heyman kind of, just happened to Paul Heyman watch where Cesaro got jumped. So, it'd be interesting to see if Cutler can maybe steal somebody back from possibly, Paul Heyman. What if he steals Brock Lesnar from Paul? That'd be kind of crazy. Or let's get him. It couldn't be a match between Paul Heyman and Zeb Collar because Zeb Collar can barely move. You can see how he walks sometimes. He has some problems with his knees. You can kind of tell about the buckle. So that's not going to happen on the thing. I'm really surprised that Cesaro even grabbed him the way he grabbed him for the Cesaro spin. But it's going to be kind of interesting to see this feud and see what happens with that. And then from that, I went to the back, and of course RVD was talking to Renee. And then Swagger comes up and says that hey, RVD should be thanking Swagger because without Swagger interfering, he's the reason RVD won. And they try to get him. Actually, I'm sorry. Take back that back. It wasn't Swagger. It was Cesaro came back there and said the only way he won because Swagger jumped him. And then Paul Heyman and this Cesaro tried to get RVD to do another rematch, but RVD said, "Hey, I'm gonna take this win and run with it. I'm not feeling guilty about anything, and I'm gonna sleep well regardless of what happened. I still beat you, and the win is the win." That's pretty much what he said. So. The sixth match was a Divas match. It was Aksana versus Paige, which I cannot stand Paige, and I don't understand the fascination with this girl. She ain't that good. I haven't seen anything yet that showed me she's a good wrestler. I haven't. Only thing I've seen is she can yell, she can pull hair, and it takes her about 30 minutes to get the damn submission move on. That's all I see. None of the moves are clean. I just don't understand why they made her the champion. I understand because they threw a monkey wrench and everybody thought so that works. So maybe that's the issue. And if that's the case, yeah, it worked. It threw me off. I know that. And she's not better than. I still don't understand why they put her before Naomi, even Natalia, even Aksana was better, But anyway, Paige ended up winning. She ended up by putting her in that submission move, which took a long ass time to even execute. That we don't even get into that, but anyway, that's what that is. Next was Alexander Rusev came out there. Of course, Lana came out first, and oh my god, I guess fine, dude. She's sexy, accent at all. So he came out there. He's fighting Sin Cara, and of course he did win. And I like Rusev music too. I think it's pretty hardcore music. That music is tight, man. He beat Sin Cara, and but it wasn't easy. Normally he gets out there and fight and get people out really fast, but Sin Cara kind of held his own for a minute. But of course Rusev just a little too much and took him off. And now we get to the last match, and it's kind of fast. It was kind of fast Raw. And went to the last match, and it was John Cena. He had to wait to see which one of the Wise family that the WWE Universe is going to choose, and he was right. They choose all three of them. So he had to fight all three of them. Of course, the ending is that they really kind of beat him down really bad. At one point, Bray would even dance with him. Kind of got that. Remember the Joker did that in Batman? Yeah. He did the same thing to John Cena in the ring. Dancing with John Cena in the ring. While John Cena was kind of like dazed. And then at the end, they put John Cena and Sister Abigail. And Bray sat there in the ring with John Cena head on his lap, and he just kept singing, "I got the whole world in a hand," and on and on and on. That went on and that went off. So overall, I didn't like Raw that much at all. The best match that night was the very first match, which was the Bad News Barrett versus Sheamus, because I said it was a good match for two big guys, two brawlers. Best move of the night, man. I'm gonna have to go back right now and do it because I didn't even pick one for this, and I'm gonna have to say that I don't have a best move of the night. It just wasn't a good Raw for me. But if I'm gonna pick something, I'm just gonna pick up something here. I'm just gonna say that the El Trio versus Hornswoggle, when they get in the ring together, that's the best move right now for me. I don't have one because Raw is just that terrible. So down below in the comments, let me know what you think about Raw. How'd you like Raw this time? Was it good for you? Was it bad for you as well as for me? What's your expectation for upcoming Raw or WWE in general? And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't, you should, because that lets you know when I do new videos. Don't forget to share the video and come again and bring a friend. It's your boy Sincere B. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.